Hello, I'm Dilip. In this poster, we'll assess the viability of using resting state fMRI in diagnosing mild Alzheimer's disease. For this study, we used 111 mild Alzheimer's scan and 117 age and sex matched healthy control scans taken from the OSIS-3 dataset. We pre-processed all the resulting 228 structural MRI scan and the corresponding resting state fMRI scan in the DPABI pre-processing pipeline to perform realignment, co-registration, segmentation, normalization, smoothing, and bandpass filtering to obtain Z-scored amplitude of low frequency fluctuation regional activity map. In the next step, we used 4 region of interest based atlases, AAL, DEX2, Toschenbach, and Power, to extract predefined ROI based values from the ALFF map and use these as input features into our machine learning model. We also created another feature, concat, by concatenating individual ROI to obtain concat 688 ROI. Each of the 5 features, 4 atlas-based features and 1 concatenated feature, were given as inputs into our machine learning pipeline. Our machine learning pipeline consisted of 2 single classifiers, logistic regression and support vector machine, and 1 stacked classifier that used random forest meta-classifier to classify between mild Alzheimer's and normal controls. Based on tenfold cross-validation and 5 shuffled iteration, we could see that concat ensemble outperforms single ROI-based model. We can assess the validity of tenfold cross-validation and 5 shuffled iteration model based on the permutation test over the randomly shuffled labels, which gave us a baseline of 51% with a p-value less than 0.05. We also plotted the stacked concat ensemble models confusion matrix, which gave us an accuracy of top accuracy of 82.91% with plus or minus 3.1 standard error of mean. We could also see the corresponding sensitivity, specificity, and precision metrics. We chart the receiving operating characteristic curve of support vector machine and logistic regression based on concat ensemble features and observe that our ROC AUC value of SVM is slightly better than ROC AUC value of LR. What's significant about this is this shows that the thresholding of 0.5%, which gave us an accuracy or top accuracy of 83%, can be significantly improved by changing the threshold to higher or greater values. We show the key alterations in mild Alzheimer's pathology as given by top 98 percentile features in the corresponding atlases based on logistic regression classifier's top features. The red regions indicate increased ALFF activity while the purple indicates decreased ALFF activity. Based on the AL atlas, we can see increased ALFF activity in bilateral hippocampal area and the left caudate, and decreased ALFF activity in left inferior precentral sulcus, left inferior temporal sulcus, and right occipital lobe as given by the DEX2 atlas. I would like to elaborate on 4 important aspects of the model, both in terms of strengths and current limitations. Hohenfeld et al. 2018 show that there are very few papers that perform machine learning analysis with resting state fMRI samples greater than 100 AD scans, strengthening the generalizability of our model. We demonstrate the use of top coefficient features to chart reliable ROI between mild Alzheimer's group and healthy controls. This is, however, only a snapshot of some representative changes between the groups and might not necessarily identify the individual mild Alzheimer's pathology. We ask, does it make sense to concatenate features? Each of the atlases represent the brain region of interest based on different granularity and segment. So it makes sense that concatenating them all will give the ML algorithm more prominent features to help classify between mild AD and healthy controls. This, however, should be tended with caution, as giving it more features based on multiple atlases might not necessarily improve the accuracy because of feature redundancy and might actually lower the model's performance. Finally, we ask the validity of ROI-based versus data-driven parcellations. While we perform data-driven parcellation approach here, while we perform ROI-based analysis here, data-driven approaches can actually improve the model accuracy with much richer array of data. However, data-driven approaches are much more prone to overfitting and lessened model generalizability. This study uses resting state fMRI from a single dataset, OSS3, to claim the generalizability of this machine learning algorithm. It would be required to validate across multiple datasets. The study also only uses ALFF features and 4 ROI-based atlases. Further studies could incorporate more resting state regional activity features such as regional homogeneity and ALFF and functional connectivity features. We could also include other imaging analysis and modalities such as structural MRI analysis to assess volumetric and structural changes and DTI analysis to assess white matter tract changes between the mild Alzheimer's group and healthy controls. Finally, Q et al. 2020 show promising results for AD classification using interpretable deep learning framework on structural MRI scans. Further work could assess the validity of using interpretable deep learning algorithms to enable data-driven analysis on resting state fMRI feature maps. Thank you.